Tiwa, thank you for joining me on Noni, Yanga's flagship talk show. You look amazing.
You too.
I've got to ask you the most important question, mainly for me, but also I'm sure our viewers would be interested. Your swag at the moment is just off the chains.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, I was wondering, are you part of like the Fendi gang? Because girl, that Fendi, like I need some. Can I borrow some?
Yes, you can.
But you do, honestly, you look amazing.
Thank you,
I'm a mum
thank
as
you.
well. You're a mum.
Oh,
You're snatched.
Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
I think this is the best, the prettiest, the sexiest Tiwa we've seen for a long time.
Man, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I think I owe it all, obviously, to God and my son. I think, you're a mom, so when you have your child, like, there's this confidence that, you get after that, and you just really understand yourself as a woman. You appreciate your body more, so I think I'm just a lot more confident. I love my stretch marks, everything that comes with childbirth. I'm just very, very comfortable in my skin.
Well, you can tell, really. Also, as well, if you live in London, I've got to say, Instagram is just off the charts with this concert.
Yeah.
Like, Smade, we love Smade at the channel. He's a big time promoter and he's had some big people. Of course, Wiz was here recently. But there's something about this tour gig. There's lots of anticipation. Does that fuel you? Does it nerve you?
No, it just makes me really excited. Like, because I lived in London for many years and my family still live here. So London's like home to me. So it just feels great that, everyone's really excited. I'm not really nervous. I'm just more, I've got butterflies, and I just want to come out for my females and just, have a great time and break a lot of myths and barriers that, female artists can do this as well.
Of course, I can imagine. But, talking about preparation, a lot of people have compared you to Beyonce. I think you're Tiwa, really. Like, Tiwa is Tiwa. But, of course, if you look at international press and you Google you, it would be the continent's Beyonce. Right. And thinking about Beyonce and her performances, which are off the charts, some describe her as being, a ruthless dictator. Okay. But then also a really passionate collaborator. Right. How have you prepared and how do you prepare for your concerts?
Same. I'm really like, I don't know if I would say I'm a perfectionist, because I like the beauty in imperfection as well. But I would definitely say, I don't know if my band members would say I'm ruthless. I just like to have fun. I'm really, really goofy, but I love to put all my everything, my energy into, vocals and dancing and costume and the whole production. I really, really, because I want people to come out and experience not just what they could hear on a CD at home. I want them to experience me, like different dimensions of Tiwa.
Of course, we're in London and Afrobeats has taken over the world.
Yay!
But of course London, because it's the home of Nigers. There's plenty of us here. But how does London compare? Like you said, you've lived here, but you've also lived in the States. Yeah. When you come to London, what's it like performing in front of your fans here?
I mean, look at it. There's character in London. I love the seasons. I love the fact that you can come and it's raining and it's grey. I know people complain about that, but it just gives it character to me. And it makes us appreciate the sun that we're having right now. And I love the fact that UK is accepting of Afrobeat, of African culture in general. Just the movies, the fashion, music. Someone like Wizkid can pull a 20,000 capacity.
I know, it's mad. We were there.
Nigeria is incredible, and so UK, I think, to most Afrobeat artists is very, very special because you guys show so much love.
Of course we do, and saying you have paid your dues, and you've got a lot of young fans, so people won't know kind of your career path. I'll let them Google that. But you've been in the States, you've been here. How have your fan base changed, and how have the people who consume your music changed? Looking at what's happened at the moment with Nicki Minaj, she's been tweeting saying, "Oh, people are selling merchandise now, and that accounts to album sales." How is the music industry at the moment, the way you see it?
For my audience, I realized that when I first started, it was a lot of female fans that I had, a lot more. And I think because of like the kind of music I've been putting out recently with Diet and Lover and Malo, like I have a lot I have a lot of male fans as well. They can relate more. Not you're not gonna find many males singing I know do kele kele no, yeah, but you will find them singing Diet, so it's like I can see that my audience is really, really growing, and not just Africans, just non-Africans, and definitely that's what I've noticed with my audience.
Yeah, it's definitely expanding. This generation, the millennials, the buzzword is social media. Yeah. how do you manage your social media? How, in the prism of fame, because you're very famous, how do you keep true to tiwa?
I on my page, on my actual page, I try to keep it as professional as possible. I post songs, videos. On my story, I'm a bit more goofy. I show more of my personal life. I think it's important to show that balance, especially for the young ones, to see that life isn't always perfect. I don't always have my hair looking perfect or my makeup.
Really?
No, I wish. If I take this week off, what's underneath? You guys run.
Me too.
But it's important to strike that balance, and for me, it's still important to keep some things personal as well, not put everything out on social media. But for me, I try to just stay grounded, because I know what I put on social media is usually the best of me, and so I don't get discouraged, or I don't get what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidated, because I know that they're only putting their best. On social media, and that's how I want everyone to be able to take social media with a pinch of salt, and know that it's not real life.
That's really important. But you do clap back. I've seen you on Instablog and other places. You clap back sometimes. Like, how hard is it not to? Do you sometimes want to respond and kind of stop yourself, or do you not read the comments anymore?
I do sometimes, and I think when I do clap back, it's not really, it's more in jest. If someone says something, I might say something funny. I don't really take it serious.
You're not too mean.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't really know how to. And to be honest, I've never really met anyone in person that's come up to me and said something really mean. So I know it's just people just looking for attention, and it's just what social media is. You can't really, and to be honest, I get a lot more positive comments, like 95%, and you get the odd ones, and you just have to focus on the positive ones.
Well, you deserve it. Oprah, she once described fame as a disease to please. Do you find sometimes that you're always trying to please everybody, please certain fans, the old fans, the new fans, and trying to adapt?
I did think that before, but after my son, like I said, I'm in a whole different realm now. I do what Tiwa Savage wants to do. I do what's best for myself and my family, what makes me happy. Ultimately, if I'm happy, I can give off happiness and positive energy. So and I think fame, it can be dangerous, but I think you can also see it as something positive. It's also a way to influence people in a positive way, and to get messages across that you normally wouldn't be able to. So it's just about you finding that balance.
Yeah, of course. It's really important. You talk about motherhood. Lots of our viewers are motherhoods and our regular panelists. It's such a shame you can't be on the desk with us. Aww. But how has motherhood changed you? You keep your social media private, but we do see him on there every once in a while. He's kind of famous. Like, how?
When I'm with him, people are like, "Can I take a picture with Jamil?" I'm like, "Wow, okay."
Take the pic. But how has he changed your life?
Oh man, like you're a mother, it's like everything. I literally cannot remember how my life was without him. I don't know, what did I used to do? I don't remember. Like, he's everything, and he makes it easy. It's not a chore, it's not a burden. People are like, how can you juggle motherhood with like your career? I'm like, you just do it, because it's like you're asking me, how do I do something I love? Like, I love looking after my son, and I love my career. So it's not even a question. It's just something that's natural. And as women, we don't give ourselves enough credit. We know how to multitask, and God has given us that strength to be able to do that. And I'm just living in the moment of it.
This is a non-exclusive interview, so I've got to ask some questions. What about, you got a lot of male fans. Can I ask you, what's your relationship status at the moment?
It is a status.
Is it complicated? We've moved on from Facebook. We need more depth. We want pictures. We want comments.
I think I'm going to keep that part private, just, because it's a very private thing.
Are you in love at the moment?
Of course, definitely.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's an exclusive. Is your partner around here? Is he here?
I'm in love with my son.
Oh, that's what I love, my sister. And in love with Yanga TV. And your performance. But tell us, we've been seeing on Instagram and on social media, so many special guests are coming in. Who is coming in? Tell us about the show and what viewers can expect.
I have Jazzy, Ricardo, my Maven family. I have also Western. I'm super excited about them because I love the record. I have a few other people that I'm working on, but I don't really want to say, just in case they don't get their visa. Let me not go and say too much.
It's Tiwa Savage now. They must give the visa.
Let's just keep it a surprise.
Some people have been saying that Wizkid is coming and that he would definitely be coming because, of course, he supports you in every way possible.
You know all the artists, so you would be able to tell them that.
Okay, yeah, I think Wizkid may may be coming over. But
She
Tiwa,
did.
it's really lovely speaking to you. Thank you so much for
Thank
speaking
you.
with
Thank
us.
you so much
Lovely.
for coming. I really appreciate it.
I think we're going to do some social media stuff, aren't we, Simon? Yeah?
Put it there, just hold it there, please. If you just cut their cameras, can we, just before we do the social